You know, over the years of covering our wonderful British monarchy, you do meet all kinds of people, particularly the anti-monarchists, that say, oh no, they don't mean anything to me, I'm not interested, that sort of thing. That is, of course, until they were coming face to face with our late monarch, Her Majesty the Queen, in the royal lineup. They all became gibbering wrecks. Couldn't wait to get that picture with her because they knew the value of what that could do for their career. But then they'd go off in print basically saying, oh no, we're anti-monarchists, we're not bothered. I've told you about them before, the ones that receive those wonderful royal awards for achievement like damehoods and sirs, lords, knighthoods, that sort of stuff. And then they go off saying, I'm not really bothered about it. Why accept it then? Did you want the day out so much? But it's interesting to note that not everybody is like that. One of Australia's most respected musicians, Nick Cave of the band The Bad Seeds, has had a bit of a turnaround. Maybe it's something to do with hitting 65, but he's been very nicely invited over here to the United Kingdom to revel in all the pageantry and splendour that is the forthcoming coronation. And he's revealed that while he was a younger person, he wasn't necessarily a monarchist. And you see how this changes with all of these polls. He said really the turning point was he was quite anti-monarchy when he was very young, but then he met Her Majesty the Queen. And he said he could not believe just what a powerful impact she had, not just on him, but on the room. And then he reevaluated his thoughts about royalty. He also claimed he found himself crying while watching the late monarch's funeral on television. So moved he was by her dedication to service. And I think the bottom line about this is, as we know, Nick Cave is, as I say, a very much respected musician, enjoyed a phenomenal long musical career, teamed up with so many people throughout it, and is well liked here in the United Kingdom and no doubt around the world with mega sales. But it just goes to show, doesn't it, that how people and times actually change. Whether you get a little bit older and you look at it in a different perspective and think, well, actually, they do a lot of good. This is the whole point of monarchy. This is why they exist. But the younger you, of course, believes, oh, why are we giving them all this money? Why can't we keep the money? Realizing, of course, that we could be left with something like a presidential system. And we've seen how that's worked out quite well for other countries around the world. Not knocking it, but really, would anyone want, say, President Blair? The only person I think that could have taken on such a statuesque role would have been, say, Winston Churchill or indeed Margaret Thatcher. You need very powerful people in power to take on any role, even coming close to our late and beautiful monarch. And what I find strange about this is every single person that you meet who actually met Her Majesty in person, no matter how cynical they were, by the end of the meeting, they were totally bowled over. So it's nice to welcome Nick Cave, even without his bad seeds, to London to celebrate our wonderful coronation. And all of Australia, who no doubt will be watching as it unfolds live. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.